Anyway, guys, welcome back. It's been almost 3 years since we've had the opportunity to do this in person. You know, we keep talking about this over and over again. It's the first time we've been together in so many years. But it's nice, the opportunity that we have to recognize everybody tonight and to do this in person. And this community is just, we got some amazing volunteers, amazing residents that really care and love the community. And that's a lot of the stuff we want to talk about tonight. So I'm going to read what Sonia wrote up for me here so I don't forget anything. But on behalf of the City Council, I'd like to welcome you. These events give us an opportunity to give recognition to specific individuals and groups in our community for extraordinary service and contributions. I didn't introduce myself. My name's Gary Boyer. I am the Mayor Pro Tem of Glendora. You guys put me here a number of years ago, and I'm still here, and I appreciate that. Tonight, our Mayor, Karen Davis, if you're familiar with her, she's a minister in her day job, and she had some church obligations that she had to deal with tonight, and we all know that's a very important issue to deal with. Unfortunately, Mendel Thompson, one of our other council members, is not able to be here because he's fighting the COVID bug that has made it so that we can't do this for the last 2 years, but he's here in spirit with us. But we do have tonight council members Michael Alois and David Friedenau. They're going to be here to help make some of the presentations. Give them a hand.
So I'm going to be starting off with the Community Beautifications Award. The Community Appreciations Award are chosen by members of the Beautification Nomination Panel to recognize outstanding residents and commercial properties in the area of landscaping, renovation, and overall appearance. Panel members are asked to submit nominations for properties which they believe fit the criteria of being well-maintained and thus demonstrating pride in their neighborhood. We'd like to thank the members of the Beautification Nomination Panel, which is Matt Bartlett, Jack Evanvilia, and Mark Zavala. Please enjoy the PowerPoint featuring these properties as they are called up. The first one is the Almost residents on Sycamore Avenue. Is the Almost residents, are they here? Here you go.
Okay.
No pressure.
Well, I just want to say thanks for the recognition. We put a lot of hard work and effort into it. The kids helped out a lot, so yeah, we're proud. Thank you for the recognition.
So we have little notes here if someone's going to be here or not. So these next few doesn't look like they're going to be here, but let's see. The Baker residence on Woodland Lane. Nope. Casilius residence on Gladstone Street. The Cole residence on Glendora Avenue. Garcia residence, Glendora Avenue. How about the Lee residence, Bubbling Well, supposed to be here this evening? No? The Monacao residence, Myrtle. Oh.
Honored to be nominated. Thank you so much. We love living in Glendora and just the pride that everyone takes in their home here in Glendora. My father-in-law worked for the Metropolitan Water District, so he had kind of a say in this. It was you need to get your yard in good shape and not using so much water. So
No pressure.
yeah, no pressure.
Low water pressure.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
And how about the Ramos residence on Woodland Lane? So we congratulate and thank you for the pride of ownership that you displayed on your properties. I believe the next one up is going to be David for Adopt a Park.
Thank you, Michael. I am David Friedendahl, one of the council members, and I have the extra duty as, this will make sense to you when I say it, but our den mother told me so. Miss Jones, she's really good at that. Being a longtime scouter and user of trails and things, I get the privilege of recognizing some youth in the community that do extra things, and they don't even know they're doing it when they're having fun doing it. Isn't that fun? But the Adopt a Park program is designed to involve individuals, local businesses, civic and community service organizations in the beautification and maintenance of Glendora's parks and trails. This can be done by any way of volunteerism, donations, and sponsorships. Some examples may be to remove invasive plant growth, beautify park facilities or hiking trails, donate amenities such as a park bench, a tree, or even a trash receptacle. They can also sponsor a major project such as the renovation of one of our many athletic fields or providing new playground equipment. By taking an active role, you invest in the beautification of your community. We want to recognize the following Adopt a Park participants, and at this time, we have a scout project that was done, and many scouts choose the city's Adopt a Park program to fulfill many steps toward becoming a Boy Scout and or an Eagle Scout. Part of their requirements are to do a project like this. The Eagle Scout Service Project is the opportunity for qualified scouts to demonstrate leadership skills while performing a project for the benefit of the community. These assignments entail a lot of planning, fundraising, and for the particular project, putting together a team of volunteers, often hard physical labor, and under the careful guidance and supervision of their leader or that Eagle Scout candidate, they complete the given tasks that they've chosen to do. So tonight we have two of these. The first one is a group of Cub Scouts, and I understand they've grown a little bit and promoted to become Boy Scouts now in Troop 461, but they were at the time WEBELOS Scouts in Pack 457 and then 16 as WEBELOS. So we're recognizing them as their WEBELO accomplishment, but are thrilled to see that they've promoted to become Scouts in BSA and going to continue, and there's an Eagle Scout rank out there for each of you if you choose to go get it. WEBELOS stands for We Will Be Loyal Scouts. They were 10 and a half age group at that time, and this project was pretty cool because they went out and painted trail post signs along the South Hills Park, which had been defaced and vandalized by not good citizens and characters in our community. So these guys went out and made that correct. So I would like to invite Aaron Haluski, Gavin Ferran, Micah Gonzalez, Uriah Gonzalez, Kenneth Spencer, and Dominic Sanchez to come forward. And we have a certificate. Right there is perfect. And I think these guys might remember one of their requirements was they had to talk to a city official about stuff in town about a year ago, and I got the privilege of going to meet with them and do that. So a lot of fun. So gentlemen, here we are. We have a second opportunity tonight to recognize a longstanding member of our community and an Eagle Scout candidate when he did this project. And he has since completed the Eagle Scout rank, had his board review, and was successfully considered an Eagle Scout. So a gentleman named EMERIC King. He's a member of Scout Troop 486 here in town. He came up with an idea to provide a bicycle repair station along Glendora Mountain Road to assist bicyclists with their bikes when they need a fix. Because as you're riding along and, gee, I need to adjust something, or I need a wrench, or I need to fix a tire, but I'm always never near any help. So he decided to build a help station, and it is along Glendora Mountain Road in a shaded covered picnic table area right along the road at the Carlisle E. Linder Equestrian Center, and it has proper signage. He also unselfishly dedicated this to the memory of a longtime scouting friend and family friend. So you'll see that gentleman's name on there. So really neat to do something for the community, and his name's not even on it. Isn't that amazing? And bicyclists have already used it and checked out the amenities. And I talked to him a couple of weeks ago at his high school graduation and asked if he'd checked out the work yet, and he keeps an eye on it and makes sure a little warranty work if necessary and keeps us in good shape. So with that, EMERIC, congratulations. Thank you so much for your contribution to our community. And Mom and Dad are here also. Let's get those pictures. Lastly, but not least, we have some individuals and recognizing that Glendora is a home to roughly 19 miles of hiking, equestrian, and multi-use trails. 14 parks where individuals come from all over to hike and play on a regular basis. Keeping these vast outdoor areas usable and clean is a monumental task, and it's more than any one city army can take care of, so volunteers is a wonderful way to help do that. The following individuals have signed up to help maintain these areas by picking up litter during their hikes or assisted in the removal of invasive plants, restoration of the trail. It's always nice to walk a trail and be able to find the trail. Under the direction of our city staff, they've helped us maintain these trails. So if you're here, please come up. Andra Nelson, Glenn Logan, Jordan Butner. They're probably out hiking. Samantha CALLEBS. Hey, Samantha's here. Fred Rice and Bryan Rice. Well, we appreciate your investment greatly and the time you spend to maintain our trails and make walking more pleasant. So thank you very much.
This next section is about groups. So it's been said that many hands make work lighter. This is especially true when it comes to projects involving our parks and trails. We appreciate the organized groups who come together and offer their services to work with the city, staff, and specific needs involving our parks and our trails. So would you please come up as I call your name, Rosemary GAVIDA, MONROVIA? Thank you. I'll just stay up here for a moment. MONROVIA is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving communities. Last year, MONROVIA donated several trees and native and drought-tolerant plants. Then Rosemary and volunteers planted them at both the Carlisle Linder Equestrian Center and the Crowther Teen Center. Thank you, Rosemary, and your organization for everything that you've done. Would you like to say a few words?
Well,
Of course you would.
no, thank you to the leadership here in Glendora. It's sometimes difficult to plant trees in communities. You wouldn't think it was, but we need forward-thinking leadership that is concerned about our environment. And so it was very easy to plant in the city. It was probably one of the easiest and most accepting cities that we've worked with. So thank you to Raquel and Tina and the group that you guys have here. Honestly, you guys are wonderful. It's very easy. And we have more trees. So.
The next group is the HWATO group. The HWATO Hiking Club has over 40 members in their group who have been using the Glendora trails regularly for several years. While hiking, they have contributed to the improvement of the cleanup of the trails. They have even showed up and joined other organized groups who are already working in the particular area. Last November, the HWATO group hiking club signed up to pick up trash at the Big Dalton and assisted the city staff with demolishing of the undersigned biking trail in the South Hills Wilderness area made by I can speak this evening, by mountain bikers. Can I get the certificate, please? Could I have the HWATO group come on up? All of you? So who's the leader? You are. So let me give you this, and if you'd like to say a few words.
I can speak English well. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Park. I'm the president of the HWATO Hiking Club. Thank you for inviting us to this meaningful tonight event. Thank you for giving us opportunity to join with you all. Thank you to all of City of Glendora Mayor and the City Council member and all the staff who work for the city. It has been 9 years ago the HWATO Hiking Club was founded. That time, I came to Mountain Baldy myself and look around the area. Since then, I came to Glendora Mountain from Azusa to Mountain Baldy. So much pretty flower and pine cones all over the places. I went to top of the mountains. I felt how God creations and thinking about heaven. The city of Glendora has a lot of trail to go and see a lot of trees. From the first days until now, I'm grateful to working with my club members. I am thankful City of Glendora and give glory to God for allowing me to working together. Thanks again to City Mayor and the council members. Hope you have a wonderful life. Thank you.
This is going to be very brief. I just want to mention special thank you to this special lady who gave us opportunity to participate hiking related event. Glendora's Ranger Supervisor, Rock, come. Yeah. Thank you. She's the supervisor, and she's the one who is contacting us if there's anything, so they're always trying to participate, whatever she's asking. So she's the one who deserves a raise and more vacation time. And yeah. And the person, the HR department, whoever decide to hire her, deserve a raise and more vacation time as well. I just want to mention, and I will appreciate her. Give her a hand for her, please.
Raquel, did you want to say anything?
I just want to say thank you to all volunteers, the HWATO Hiking Club, and anyone that's willing to help us out at the parks. Nature is beautiful, and you guys, I hope you enjoy it. We really do take pride in what we do, and I'm just grateful for all of you guys that are here. Thank you.
Yes, you can. Is Dick Sweeney here? Is he in the room? Come on up, Dick. Dick Sweeney representing the Trails Committee under the leadership. The Trails Committee exists to perform general maintenance and improvements of the Glendora Trails with the help of volunteers. Dick has led groups on countless hikes. All are welcome to join him. Dates, times, and locations are listed in the Glendora Activity Guide under the Trails activity. Twice a year, the Glendora Trails Committee assists the Trails Day where volunteers sign up to help clean up the trails in the heavily used local wilderness area. Last December, the Trails Committee helped with the Amplify, with the capital AMP, the urban forest, even the Bonnie Cove with the cleanup of the trees planting. They signed up through the city's Adopt a Park program and helped the South Hills Park bike trail demolition. Their hard work to restore the landscape will greatly contribute towards preserving the surrounding urban forests. Would you like to come up and say a few words?
We are greatly blessed to have Raquel Falco, who is head of our Parks Department, lead us through all the activities, and especially this one here. This was an attempt on her part to fool you into thinking I had something to do with this. She is amazing. It required a lot of work. It was a lot of agencies, the state and county, private businesses, and they worked on this for a couple of years. Phone calls from agencies probably looked like every day I get something forwarded, all for Raquel, but she'd send one to me. But she did an amazing job putting everything together for Little Plantation on the South Hills, Bonnie Cove, the south entrance. And if you haven't been down there for a while, I stopped by just the other day to see how all the plants were doing. There were a great number of large perennial plants that we had a great number of volunteers from churches and groups all over Glendora. They got to put little tags and little notes on there for their own tree that they planted. A lot of them I know said that they were going to come back. They talked to their tree before they left. They said nice little things to their tree, hoping that they would be happy until they got back to water them. Because so far the city is still using a water truck to do that. Is that right, Raquel? And they planted hundreds of small little annuals and whatnot that weren't really ready to sell, didn't have much of a root system. And the other day they were all looking pretty good, pretty good. So Raquel, I'd like to thank you for a wonderful job and all the million things you remembered. So cool.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney. You know, this next grouping is for faith-based community involvement, and you know, if you're really familiar with Glendora, we have a lot of churches, a lot of faith-based in the area, and that really helps our community, and it brings us together, and it's something that's very special and that we should hold dear, because not all cities have what we have, and we're very fortunate. So Glendora is fortunate to, as I mentioned, to have the support and the involvement of its faith-based community. We have seen many groups step up to volunteer time and effort towards the betterment of our parks, trails, and common areas through Adopt a Park program. So if I can have Foothill Church come on up if they're here. Shows that they're supposed to be here this evening. No? So Lucas Parks is the mission minister. In March, over 50 residents and volunteers from Foothill Church participated in a day of service to plant 65 trees, 150 native plants, and spread 55 yards of mulch. I wonder what else they spread on the Bonnie Cove trailhead as part of the Amplify the Urban Forest project. The trees provided as part of the grant and required many hands to get the planting done. So thank you to Foothill Church volunteers for the investment and time in the beautification of Glendora. So thank you. Next up is Cornerstone Bible Church. Leadership Development Pastor. In July 2021, a number of volunteers from Cornerstone Bible Church signed up for their church service day to work at the area along the stream adjacent to the bridge near the Girl Scout hut up at Big Dalton Canyon. I don't know if anyone's ever been up there. It's beautiful. Under the direction of the city staff, of course, Raquel, they removed cottonweed, which I've never heard of before, an invasive weed which threatens to grow the growth of the native plants along with the stream. Their work is much appreciated, and now nearly a year later, the unwelcome weed has not resurfaced. So thank you for Cornerstone Church and their volunteers. So we thank all the volunteers for the Adopt a Park project. It means an awful lot to our city and our beautification, and we all get to enjoy it. So I believe with that, it's...
Well, next, I know we are going to be talking about a group that has been leading a project that's near and dear to all of our hearts for a very long time. We'd like to honor the members of the former Project Glendora Yellow Ribbon Committee. The Project Yellow Ribbon Committee was started in 2003 by a few residents who came up with the idea to honor one of their neighbors who was being deployed or his military service. Their objective was to publicly recognize Glendorans who were actively serving in one of our 5 branches of the military. It quickly gained interest and was brought to the council's attention, and Glendora is proud to continue the banner program, which was started 18 years ago by those first residents to recognize those who are actively serving our country. The following are just a few examples of some of the many projects that this community committed a lot of time and effort to. Members of the Yellow Ribbon Committee were on the committee for fundraising of Glendora's Military Memorial, which many of you may have walked by on the corner of Glendora and Foothill Avenues out here. They were also involved at our movies in the park and our concerts in the park, doing fundraising there. They were always participating in our Veterans Day ceremonies at city halls and citrus colleges, saluting to our veterans. Always had a booth at Earth Day in order to help to recognize and promote their efforts. Collected funds weekly from all the donation boxes that they had throughout the community. We had a lot of businesses and restaurants that had donation boxes that they were involved in. And then they were part of the dedication ceremony in 2013 for our military memorial. The banners that you see driving up and down the street, they were the ones that originally put this program together. And I tell you, until you have the opportunity to talk to them and see how much work was put into making that happen, because it's not just a matter of buying the banners and getting a ladder and going up and hanging them up. You got to coordinate a lot of things with different entities, with the city, with Edison, and making sure that they had the banners in place, getting them printed, getting them up, trying to get the banners located in places closest to the residents or someplace that their loved ones would be able to see it on a regular basis. They took a lot of care and effort into that. And so we want to take tonight to recognize them. They also, almost forgot, they were very instrumental in putting together a program called Postcards and Packages, in which Glendorans and other people would help to donate things that they would then put together and ship to our soldiers who are serving overseas. And I've talked to many military members when they come back, and those packages, sometimes it just makes somebody's week or month when they get something. It's coming from total strangers, but it's people that they know back home care about them and want to make sure they're taken care of. They partnered with organizations to collect funds for other care packages for the military via Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, churches, the schools, those types of things. In early 2021, the Yellow Ribbon Committee banner program was transferred to the Glendora Community Services Foundation. It just became too big of a project, which what happens sometimes when you have a small group of volunteers and you have a successful program, and the job just becomes greater than what you're able to handle anymore. So it has been transferred to the Glendora Community Services Foundation, and that work will be continued in coordination with the city, because we have a little bit better facilities and everything to make sure that those banners are up there, taken care of. Something we don't think about much, every time there's a windstorm, which we've all lived through a lot of the windstorms, those banners end up flying all over the places. And so it's a project just to go out and collect them, repair them, make sure they get put back up where they were initially. But the following individuals have contributed to the establishment and the continued success of the Glendora Yellow Ribbon Committee over the past 18 years. And please come forward if you're here. I've got marked who is here tonight, but I'm going to read all of the names. We'll start with Juliet Albers. I know you're here. Dawn Armetta. I was told Dawn was unable to make it. Nancy Bennett. Currently, she actually moved out of the state of California. Pam Cohn, Donna DeFazio, and Justine Everton. I know none of those were able to. Oh, Justine? All right, thank you. Come on up. And then Margaret Ann Everton, you're here? Yep. Kathleen Gonzalez. Kathleen, are you here tonight? Yes. Colleen Griffin? Oh, okay. Kathy Howarth. Kathy, are you here? I'm told you, there you go. Okay, Georgia, and forgive me, Jelenwowski? How close was that? Yeah. Emmy Madrid? Emmy? Debbie Neal, who also lives out of state, so I don't think she was able to make it tonight. Sherry Owen. Sherry is here. And Marilyn Sparks. And I know Marilyn's not here tonight, but let's give all of these volunteers a big hand for everything you've done. I mean, your dedication to keeping this going over 18 years was pretty amazing. And we've spoken a number of times as to how much work it is. And we all have the privilege of driving by and having the opportunity to see them. And we take pride in that. But sometimes you forget about the people that are actually out there working on this, having to get it done. And it's a little bit more difficult than just going out and hanging a banner. And we thank you. And would somebody like to say a few words? Go for it. You got Poe.
I just want to thank the entire community because it wasn't just these ladies, although hats off to the 5 moms and wives that picked up the banner. They took the torch and ran with it after Justine, Meg, and I stepped down. But it was truly a grassroots effort. Everyone in the community helped contribute and support. Between the shops that were in downtown in the village, Deal Accounting that gave us advice, Glenn Stern Attorney who helped us get our nonprofit status, Rick Rice, who helped with the banners, and a big shout out to former council members Mike Conley and Doug Tessiter, who helped mentor us and helped us get the program going. So even though at that time the city council did not have the budget for it, they loved the idea and they said, we look to the private community to do it. And we said, well, we're the private community, so if anything, it's an inspiration for others of you out there who are being honored tonight, who also took the initiative and helped to serve the community. So we also nod to you for all that you do to help Glendora be a beautiful place to live in. And for anyone watching who have aspirations for future community service, Glendora community will definitely support you, and City Council as well. So thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this honor. It's our honor to honor those. I just want to say to all the ladies that I have worked with, it has been my privilege. I have learned so much about them and from them. And if the torch is passed, we do that with pride. We know that you'll take care of it. We have a lot of good memories. It was a struggle at times, but we've come through it, and it was just my honor to be a part of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, now, as these guys have passed the torch, the program is going to continue to be led by a volunteer organization, our Glendora Community Services Foundation, that was created in order to support the Glendora Community Services department in the city and to help promote things like this and a lot of different things that are going on in our parks. But I know, did Eric make it? Okay, I know Eric was going to be here, but we got Paul Lopez. So anyway, I'd like to invite Paul Lopez to come up, and he's going to make the presentation of banners that are recently being retired. Paul?
Thank you, Gary. And I think it was previously stated, and this all started back in 2008 when the Yellow Ribbon Committee joined the Glendora City Council in recognizing in putting these events together to ceremoniously present military personnel with banners bearing their names. And so appropriate that they should be honored for standing on the wall and protecting us, to serve and protect us. As a community services foundation, when John came to us and said, hey, do you want to take this over? We said, absolutely. Wasn't even a second thought. So we're honored to continue this tradition, to give public recognition and deep appreciation to those who have served our nation so faithfully. As formally stated, in 2021, Glendora Community Services Foundation, we took over the management of the banner program along with the Community Services Department. So I'd like to call up, at this time, I'd like to call up the members of the community. Well, I can't because they're not here. I was going to call up other members of the foundation, okay? But they're not here right now for different reasons. Everybody wanted to be here, but as we know, things come up and COVID is still out there. So now what I want to do is I want to honor our military personnel. So when I call your name, would you or if the person is here, you can come up, or the designated person come up to accept the banner. First we have Claire Radovich from the U.S. Army. She's in Texas. Big round of applause. That's a great picture. She's in Texas. Her son, Bryan, is here to accept. Bryan, you gonna say a few words? All right. Bryan's gonna say a few words.
We moved to Texas a couple years ago, so my mom can't be here in person, but I'm in California visiting family, and I can be here in her place. She wanted me to tell you all to thank you for recognizing her service. Tonight is also very special because several years ago, I was here to accept my dad's banner. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bryan. Photo opportunity, absolutely. Connor Luster, U.S. Navy. He is also in Texas. His cousin, Sean Zamora, is going to accept the award for him.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to accept this banner for my cousin Connor. He served 4 years in the United States Navy, as well as right now he's serving the community of City of El Paso as a fireman. Just to have this moment to accept this banner means a lot. I want to thank the City of Glendora to get this moment, thank Connor, and thank everyone. Thank you.
And I believe this next person is here in person. Noah Rodriguez from the U.S. Army. Come on up, Noah. Say a few words, please.
All right, how's it going, everyone? Ms. Lopez, I just want to say thank you. And when I graduated in 2016, you were actually my principal down at GHS. Awesome. I just want to say thank you for having me tonight, having me and my family here for the City of Glendora. It was actually my mom who put this banner up. She called me up saying she had the great idea. I was like, all right, Mom, let's do it. So thanks to her. Just want to say thank you for having my family, for the love and support on the journey that I had through my 4 years in the Army. God bless America. Thank you.
Let's see, of course she does. She has closing remarks written down for me. So in order to adjourn this, I'll read exactly what we have here. We have honored many individuals and groups this evening who have donated their time, efforts in making Glendora a great place to live, work, and play. It's a great example of how people in this community care for each other. They come together and we accomplish great things as a community. On behalf of the City of Glendora and all of your neighbors and the residents of town, we want to thank you for participating tonight. Really glad we finally got the opportunity to get back together. We're a little rusty, so we sort of tweaked through tonight. We had 2 of the team missing, but we got through it. And thanks to everybody for being here, and have a fantastic 4th of July. By the way, before you leave, the flag display will be out on City Lawn in front of City Hall and down at Sunflower School again this year. We'll be putting flags up on Friday and Saturday through the 4th of July holiday, so please come down, visit, and look for names of some of your neighbors and friends. But thank you all for coming.